Back. For what purpose does the gentleman from South Carolina rise?
Mr. Speaker, by direction of the Committee on Rules, I call up House Resolution 431 and ask for its immediate consideration.
The clerk will report the resolution.
House Calendar Number 81, House Resolution 431. Resolved that at any time after the adoption of this resolution, the Speaker may, pursuant to Clause 2B of Rule 18, declare the House resolved into the Committee of the Whole House on the State of the Union for consideration of the Bill H.R. 2273 to amend Subtitle D of the Solid Waste Disposal Act to facilitate recovery and beneficial use and provide for the proper management and disposal of materials generated by the combustion of coal and other fossil fuels. The first reading of the bill shall be dispensed with. All points of order against consideration of the bill are waived. General debate shall be confined to the bill and shall not exceed 1 hour, equally divided and controlled by the chair and ranking minority member of the Committee on Energy and Commerce. After general debate, the bill shall be considered for amendment under the 5-minute rule. It shall be in order to consider as an original bill for the purpose of amendment under the 5-minute rule the amendment in the nature of a substitute recommended by the Committee on Energy and Commerce, now printed in the bill. The committee amendment in the nature of a substitute shall be considered as read. All points of order against the committee amendment in the nature of a substitute are waived. No amendment to the committee amendment in the nature of a substitute shall be in order, except those printed in the report of the Committee on Rules accompanying this resolution. Each such amendment may be offered only in the order printed in the report, may be offered only by a member designated in the report, shall be considered as read, shall be debatable for the time specified in the report, equally divided and controlled by the proponent and an opponent, shall not be subject to amendment, and shall not be subject to a demand for division of the question in the House or in the Committee of the Whole. All points of order against such amendments are waived. At the conclusion of consideration of the bill for amendment, the committee shall rise and report the bill to the House with such amendments as may have been adopted. Any member may demand a separate vote in the House on any amendment adopted in the Committee of the Whole to the bill or to the committee amendment in the nature of a substitute. The previous question shall be considered as ordered on the bill and amendments thereto to final passage without intervening motion except one motion to recommit with or without instructions.
The gentleman from South Carolina is recognized for 1 hour.
Thank you, sir. For the purpose of debate only, I yield the customary 30 minutes to the gentleman from Massachusetts, Mr. McGovern, pending which I yield myself such time as I may consume. During consideration of this resolution, all time yielded is for the purpose of debate only. Mr. Speaker, I ask unanimous consent that all members have 5 legislative days to revise and extend their remarks.
Without objection, the gentleman is recognized.
Thank you, sir. House Resolution 431 provides for a structured rule for consideration of H.R. 2273, the Coal Residuals Reuse and Management Act, and makes in order 6 amendments. Mr. Speaker, I rise today in support of this rule and the underlying bill. The underlying bill would provide for consistent, safe management of coal combustion residuals or coal ash in a way that protects jobs while encouraging recycling and beneficial use of these materials. This legislation, simply put, is one of the best job creation bills we can bring before the House of Representatives. By allowing states the opportunity to take control over their individual disposal needs instead of being forced to follow an intrusive and overreaching EPA rule, we will save as many as 316,000 American jobs. The EPA's proposed regulation will increase the electricity cost and the construction cost around the nation while costing electric utilities and business owners up to $110 billion. While we all agree we must be responsible in protecting our environment, I am struggling to understand why on earth the EPA continues to propose rules in a vacuum, as opposed to considering the overall impact on our country. Coal ash has never been proven to be toxic but what it has been proven to be is extremely useful in strengthening everyday products, from concrete to sheetrock to bowling balls. In my district, South Carolina's first, the American Gypsum Wallboard plant in Georgetown County uses coal ash from Santee Cooper, our local electric utility, to provide environmentally friendly wallboard. American Gypsum has invested $150 million in this facility and created more than 100 jobs while redeveloping an old steel mill for their facility. The EPA's proposal to regulate coal ash as a hazardous waste threatens industry's ability to recycle this material in beneficial use. This, along with the increased regulatory, electric, and construction cost, is jeopardizing jobs all across America. This legislation puts in place appropriate controls, and let me emphasize, appropriate, for the safe management and disposal of coal ash while still encouraging investment in recycling and beneficial use. Once again, Mr. Speaker, I rise in support of this rule and the underlying legislation. This is the way the federal regulations should be implemented, and it is the way we will protect American jobs while protecting the environment at the same time. I encourage my colleagues to vote yes on the rule and yes on the underlying bill, and I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman from South Carolina reserves his time.